everyone, and welcome back to Granny's Gum video. Watermelon. Strawberry and watermelon. America's original double bubble. Granny's favorite bubble gum, okay? Thank you for coming. So, serving size is 1 piece, 30 calories. It's like chewing 3 or 4 regular size gums. But let me show you. And I've never had the watermelon or strawberry from Double Bubble. Let's get started. So pretty. These are colorful. Okay. How do you like that? So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. If you're not, just relax and let Granny brighten up your day. Okay, look. Watermelon. They look like little tiny watermelons. They should have made like little black dots on these for strawberry. Okay. Oh, and it's kind of rough. You know, like the watermelon? It's not, you know, those lines? There, you can feel the indentations. It feels like it's a watermelon. Watermelon. Okay, this will be my first one, okay? Let me chew this. Let me tell you what it tastes like, okay? Okay. Excuse my nail, it kind of chipped. Watermelon. I'm gonna like this one. It's soft. Usually double bubble gum is really hard. Double bubble never disappoints. I'm going to be reading a story. Do you guys know Madeline? Or is it Madeline? Madeline. It's Madeline, it's Madeline. This is an older storybook. Those of you that grew up on this, I can basically tell how old you are. I used to read this to my children, and now this is gonna go to my granddaughter Belle. Classic. I have more books, but this is one of the most classic, you know, just compared to the stories that kids are getting nowadays, full of violence and just things that kids should not be exposed to. I like the older stuff. You know, I'm old school. Such innocence, you know. What's the date? 1939? Oh my goodness. So those of you that don't know Madeline, It's a timeless book. There are, there's a series of Madeline stories, and there are, if you go on YouTube, you can watch the videos, the Madeline stories. Good lessons for children, and it's just good, clean, educational stories. Let's see if this is a snapping gum. Are you noticing that I'm doing more kid-friendly videos? Because bubblegum, a lot of the kids are watching the gum videos. So I want to focus more on the younger people, the younger audience. I want to give them good, clean entertainment, okay? So boys and girls, you tweens and teens, college students, young adults, young women and children, you middle-agers that grew up with the same stuff that this granny grew up with, I welcome you. Headed towards the seniors. And you seniors, thank you for coming by. And you know what? Videos like this will keep you younger, so keep coming back. On the back it says, in an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. The smallest and bravest one is Madeline, whose adventurous spirit and outrageous antics have delighted boys and girls for over 70 years. Now even the youngest readers can enjoy this timeless favorite in a sturdy board book format. Because before, the books that I've seen, they were the thin, paperback thin books. But now it's a sturdy book so that even toddlers can read. It's a series about this one little brave girl, Madeline. Okay, let's get started, Madeline. By the way, I have my 2 other channels. One is a children's story time, basically Bible stories. I don't know how many videos I have in there. I think maybe 20 or 20 plus videos, I believe. And then I have another Bible reading channel. But trying to manage 3 channels at once, it just went over my head, okay? So I haven't been posting any videos in there lately. But if you want to, go watch the old videos, Bible story videos for younger kids, send your kids over there and your grandchildren. Anyway, so on this main channel, I thought of the best way to manage all of this, because I just want to have fun in my Granny's World playground, I consider this channel a playground. I do whatever I want. And so I want to, share fun stories, important, valuable stories, the down-to-earth, the old school, you guys know what I'm talking about. Healthy, positive stories of encouragement and courage, bravery, all the good stuff that our children today are not getting. So I thought I would just incorporate everything into this one main channel. So don't forget to subscribe, okay? All right. Madeline. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines, lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread. And brushed their teeth and went to bed. The whole book rhymes. I think this is an orphanage. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad. And sometimes they were very sad. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. Bubble. That bubble is as big as Madeline. She's pretty short. Pretty color. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to chew the strawberry and then combine it and try to get a big bubble later, okay? We'll get back to the thumbnail. In rain or shine, Granny's got the mumps. The smallest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. She loved winter, snow, and ice. Strawberry's good too. I'm chewing 60 calories just in these 2 gum balls. To the tiger in the zoo, Madeline just said, "Pooh-hoo." No, poo, poo. Poo, poo. That sounds wrong. So sugary. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. Remember the nun, their caretaker, their teacher? In the middle of one night, Miss Clavel turned on her light. She said, "Something is not right." And then if you watch the videos, they would sing, "Something is not right. Something is not right." Little Madeline sat in bed, cried and cried. Her eyes were red. And soon after Dr. Kahn came, he rushed out to the phone and he dialed DANTON 10-6. "Nurse," he said, "it's an appendix." In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. Madeline had an appendicitis. means an infection of her appendix. Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed there was a crank. It's the older beds that have the hospital beds where they would crank and then the bed would go, she would be laying down flat, and when they crank up the bed, I think the head of the bed comes up so she could sit. Nowadays the beds are automatic, right? Electronic. So the bed head, the head of the bed would just come up like this. So you can tell this is an old book. And a crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. That's the hospital room. In Granny's house. It doesn't matter what age you are, okay? You all become like little kids. And that's what keeps you young, okay? So keep coming. You know how Granny keeps young? She fights aging. And she holds on to things like this. Okay. One nice morning, Miss Clavel said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" So she gathered up all the girls. Tiptoeing with solemn face, with some flour and a vase, they visit Madeline. No gum snapping. In they walked and then said, "Ah," when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. But the biggest surprise by far, on her stomach was a scar. Oh no. She's standing up and showing her scar to her friends. "Goodbye," they said. "We'll come again." And the little girls left in the rain. They went home and broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to where? B-E-D, bed. Such good girls. We need kids these days to be more like these obedient girls. Today is so different than back in these days. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on the light and said, "Something is not right." And afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavel ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." Now this gum is hard. Did I show you? A parent is always not paranoid, but always alert and awake, or always kind of on the lookout for something that may go wrong, especially if they have a lot of children. And all the little girls cried, "Boo-hoo, we want to have our boo-hoo, we want to have our appendix out too." What? They saw all the special treatments that Madeline was getting, and they all want to be treated special. And here they are, crying, "Boo-hoo, we want our appendix out too. We want to be treated special, just like Madeline." Kids, just because you want to be treated special for that instant, you don't want to get a big surgery. "Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well. And now go to sleep," said Miss Clavella. And she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't anymore. If you like this story, go back to YouTube and watch all the videos. It's so fun. Parents, when you have something to do and your little toddler or your little child is bugging you because they're so bored, Madeline is a story, or videos. If you go to the videos, you could just turn it on, let your child watch the few videos, and you don't have to worry that inappropriate or violent, things that may pop up in other, videos. You don't have to worry about that. This is good, wholesome learning, lesson teaching stories for children. I didn't do much with the gum today, okay? It was mostly about at least one good bubble. I will see you next time. Parents or guardians, grandparents, parents, guardians, teachers, adults, if you are given a chance to teach a child in the way he should go, teach that child. Don't be too scared to discipline kids. Because if kids were taught this way, and if the kids were being obedient like this, our world today would not be in such a mess as it is. Parents are not friends, okay? We cannot be friends with our young kids. We are not friends. We need to teach them. Teaching children in the making of that whole character, the whole person, starts from home. School helps, churches help, our society, our communities help, but it's our main job as parents to teach right and wrong to our children in the home. So please do that. And if you want wisdom and guidance on teaching your kids how to live right, how to make the right choices, how to do the right thing in life, you go to another book. The Bible. The Bible will instruct you. This is an instruction book for us on how to live right and how to teach our young people, so that the next generation after that could live a good, honest, genuine, live as good people. And we need God in our lives. We keep pushing out God from our world. That's why the world is becoming the way it is right now. I'm trying to move on to a Sunday video. But you know, Granny wants to take every opportunity to share about God, okay? Because in the end, our eternal lives is at stake, okay? We need to live right before God. That doesn't mean we have to be perfect, but we need to just follow Jesus and have Jesus in our hearts and invite him in. And if you're going through struggles, invite him in and ask Jesus to help you overcome the things that you need to overcome in life. Because we are weak. We cannot do anything on our own. One more bubble, okay? I'll exit out with this, okay? May God bless you. When you're done with this video, you can go ahead and turn it off and do something productive, okay? Go clean the house. Go do something nice for somebody. Go drink a glass of water. Let me get some water. Don't drink soda. Not too much of it, okay? Water.